Hey everybody, Mah-Dry-Bread here, and I just feel like playing some RimWorld today. Alpha 8 just came out, so I thought I would play it and put it up on the channel and take a short break from the usual Let's Plays, give people a little bit more time to vote, and me a little bit more time to even think of what I want to put on the voting list, actually. I want to put more thought into what goes in next. So I'm just going to play some of this in the meantime. As I said at the beginning, this is Alpha 8, so the game's still being made. It's being made by Tynan Sylvester. And he's very good about updating this game every month or two whenever he's got a lot of new things to add to it, so this doesn't have early access syndrome of, you know, getting abandoned. And this game's really awesome, so if you end up liking this game and you want to buy it for yourself, I'll link all of Tynan's website stuff for buying it in the description. So, I'll explain what this game is as I play it. And again, if you're watching this in the future, there's probably a newer version of the game out, and this is missing all kinds of features that they'll be in the future, because every update this guy puts out seems to add all kinds of new stuff. Anyway, first we need to create a world. Just any random seed. And we'll generate that. Alright, that's our world. And we're going to make a colony in this world. So what this is here, we have to pick our storyteller. This will determine how the game ramps up in difficulty. There's your regular one, it just goes up over time. There's the basically easy mode base builder one here. And we have the random one, where just random chaos ensues. I'll be going with the regular one, and this is your difficulty list here. I'm going to go challenge, which is essentially normal mode, where, as it should say any second now if I hover over it. No, it's not going to? That might be a glitch. Weird, used to tell me. That just tells you that it's regular difficulty. And that these ones will have less threatening encounters, and these ones will have more threatening encounters. Alright. I actually haven't played in a while. So, apparently I've made multiple worlds. Yeah, I haven't played in a few updates, actually. So this is our world, okay. So now I need to select my landing site. As you can see, there are all kinds of different biomes on this world that I could land in. So I'm just scanning around here to figure out where I want to land. I actually don't know what that red dot means. It's a faction base for pirates. Okay, that's interesting. Weird that I could select that, actually. What's under advanced? Oh, map size stuff. Starting month? I'll have that on auto. Again, I don't know every little new thing super in depth. Now, I believe we go under mode here, yes. We can see everything from temperature, so we can see it's hot down here, mostly, and cold up here, mostly. We can see rainfall to see how dry or wet it is, so it's very wet here, and here, it's very dry here. How full it is, or full map rather, how full it is. You can see elevation, which I don't know how much that plays a role right now. What is that? That's an Outlander's town, and so is that, and that's a pirate band. Okay. Oh, what's that? That's a tribe. Okay. Interesting how widely spread out it is on this map. Okay. And then we have the biome chart, which is a lot like full, but just shows the biomes. So this is a temperate forest. We've got a desert. We've got boreal forest, tundra. What's this? Arid shrubland. I wonder what would happen if we were to land. Well, that's ocean. I don't think we can land there. But a lot of these didn't really. Is that a jungle? Yeah, rainforest. A lot of these things didn't really exist to a large degree back when I played. Everything was kind of a deserty grassland kind of thing, but there wasn't temperature or anything when I started, or when I last played. So, there's a very small temperate forest right there. That's interesting. Surrounded by a desert and a boreal forest. Okay, enough fucking around. I should get this started. I think, for our first round of this, because we're probably not going to last super long or anything, I think for the first, I want to be on small hills. Actually, let's full there, so we can... Okay. Temperate forest. I think a temperate forest is the easiest place to start, probably. So let's start with the temperate forest, and we'll start exploring other types later. Tundra Mountain. Well, I guess it is just probably a mountain peak. That might be fun to explore later. But I think I will be right around here. I want to be on the water's edge just to see if that affects it. I don't know if it does. And I'm reasonably close to some pirates, so there might be a little bit of action there. And let's select that site. Now, we are given 3 randomized people. What's this do? Oh, I can see the in-depth information on the people. Okay. So we're given 3 random people with random traits. They aren't necessarily going to be any good at this. Sometimes you get dealt a really bad hand, and sometimes you get a good hand. So we have a teacher, a miner, and a commissar. Now, they're your skills right here. However, there's also a flame next to some of them. A flame means that they have a passion for that. They don't necessarily have to be good or bad at it, however, they like that, and they will acquire that skill faster. So the commissar is particularly good in melee combat and awful at shooting, and he has a passion for the arts. Although he's not very artistic himself, he could learn it. He also has the trait of Brawler here, which the tooltip would normally tell you what that does, but either I've got some kind of glitch going, or my recording software keeps the tooltip from appearing. Which is a pain, because normally these would tell you interesting little things about what goes into your character. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. Let me switch recording software and see if that helps. I'm back. I found what the problem is. It's actually F9, which is my recording key, is Control F9, actually turns off tooltips, so never mind, not a glitch. My fault. Anyway, Coma Child. So he's bad at mining and construction, but he's very good at social, which makes sense because he is a commissar. And he was a military commissar, which increases his shooting ability. However, he's actually awful at shooting. He has no passion for it, and he sucks at it. In fact, he is incapable. If you have 0, you're incapable of something, so he can't use a gun, but he's very good in melee combat. As we can see here from Brawler. There we go. His melee hit chance is very high, he's great at punching, however, he can't use a gun. Which is interesting for a military commissar. So that's one guy. And what was his social skill? I didn't look at that. His social skill is quite high, which I like to have someone with a high social skill. You can use that to convince people to join your party. We have a miner, which is a very nice thing to start with. Ooh, the miner here has a lot of passions and many things. She is a jogger, so she runs faster, and a brawler. So once again, another person who can't shoot but is good at melee. She has a huge passion for cooking, so she could learn how to cook very quickly, which is useful. It's nice having a chef. Good at medicine. She has a passion for medicine. She's good at medicine. Passion for crafting. A passion for mining, and she's great at mining. Passion for research. All around, this is a very good character. She was a sickly child, which helps with the kind of social interaction stuff, hurts with the physical stuff. Other than social skill itself, which actually goes down a little. Deep Space Miner, though, is a really nice one. I love that, because it's a lot of physical buffs. And lastly, we have a teacher who is capable of shooting, has a passion for it, luckily for us, because having no one that can shoot would be a big handicap. Neurotic. Mental break threshold is higher, which is good, and global work speed, which is higher. Huh, that's actually quite good. And hard worker. Wow, those two would combine together to be quite good. So, because of being a scout, I believe? Yes, because of being a scout, this is a bad combination of childhood scout and adulthood teacher. She's incapable of doing anything artistic or intellectual, so she can't research, and she can't build artistic works of art. Those are both disabled when you're a scout, because you're taught not to ask questions, as it says here. So good at crafting and shooting and construction. It's not a good combination with research, because with teacher, you get research, but this character is incapable of research, which is not nice. Social skills quite high, though, which is nice. Not as high as the commissars, but this person has a passion for it, which is nice. All around, I think we have been dealt a pretty good hand. Either then, we're not particularly good at combat. I don't like getting in a melee fight, if I can help it at least. Not unless I have a lot of people to back them up. So let's get this started. I'm going to be a little bit rusty, but this is more for fun than anything. And we're into the game now. I actually had to switch recording softwares because, weirdly enough, it crashed my Marillus action. However, OBS is recording it just fine. Alright, so we awaken from our cryo sleep, and we are landing on an unknown world. It's gonna be interesting. Assigned medical operations like organ harvesting and prosthetic installation. What a strange thing to tell me right now. Okay. I always forget how loud that is. Okay. Let's pause this for a moment. And I'll actually turn down music volume just a little bit more. Okay. So we're paused right now. Let's survey the area a little bit. So we do have a beach. That's cool. Looks like there's some structures here at some point in time that are no longer in use. We have muffle over here, which we could hunt for food. Although they're a little tough. We can see that we have a steam geyser here. We could potentially use that as a power source. Wild boars, that's new. They could be dangerous. Another steam geyser. What's that? Deer. That'd be good for hunting. Those deer have very short legs. Look like pig deer. And we have one of these. Now, this is a new thing. Ancient cryosleep caskets. Apparently you can open them, and you never know what's going to come out. So, let's not do that till we have some okay weapons and we're in a bit safer of a place. Steel over there. A lot of resources have crash-landed around. But, there's not much to mine on this map, so we're going to have to make an outdoor base, which I'm not always huge on. But if we're going to be making an outdoor base, then I'd like to center it around a geyser, because geothermal power is a very steady way to get power. As for where I want to put that geyser, I think I want to build a base in this area. I am a little bit concerned about the wild boars, though. What's this? Deep... That's water. Okay. We could always just mine a hole in this wall and use that as our first night shelter. However, I think I will make a base around here. So I'm going to, before I unpause, I'm going to start getting some things ready. Claim neutral structures for the colony, including ancient ruins and abandoned siege bases. Can be repaired and maintained by your colonists. That's a new one. Smooth floor. Okay. Right, the planning thing is useful. I like that. Okay. First of all, I want to... And winter was just added in this update, too. That'll be cool. I think the first thing I want to do is start planning out some walls. So if we go to... Ship. Oh, right, because you can make a spaceship now. I forgot. Production, power. I'm just refamiliarating. Familiarating. That's not a word at all. Reacquainting myself with everything. Steel walls. I actually would like to make wooden walls, which I believe is still a thing. However, I do not remember where that is. And I would imagine you don't have to research that. I probably looked right at it. I don't see it. Okay. Well, then, in that case, what I'm going to do... First of all, must designate artificial... Oh, right. Like that. I'm going to claim that. And, first of all, I want that wood. I want them to know they can collect that wood. Also, we have a few weapons around here. Who's the one who can shoot? Because we always start with 3 guns. Jen can shoot. You're going to take that rifle as soon as we go unpaused. I want you to know the medicine is always available to you. That's a good one to remind them of. We also have a plasteel knife. Who's better at melee? You're both equally good at it. You'll take the knife. Okay. And let them know that they can use this steel. I just don't want them wasting too much time on day 1. Alright. I'm going to want them to put up a door there. And have 3 basic sleeping spots in there, just so they have somewhere to sleep whenever they need to go to sleep. I'll put that at normal speed so they can get to work. And they want me to do a lot of things right now. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go into the overview, and I want to put on manual properties. I want to tell these people what their priorities are. Now, you'll notice here, let me just get rid of both those so you can see the color difference easily. This box is very bright for Ball. This one is kind of meh, and this one's quite dark. The brighter it is, the more talented they are at it. That's just a quick way to see. So what I want to say, I like to have 2 firefighting for most people, just so people realize that, you know, putting out a fire in the base is very high priority. That's an emergency. I want Ball to know that doctoring is a massive, massive priority. If someone needs medical attention, Ball will drop whatever he's doing and go give them medical attention. Whereas I want our commissar here and our teacher to both be very social for if we were to have prisoners or anyone we need to communicate with, because they're very good at that. I want everyone to know that they can cook if they'd like to. No one particularly excels at that. The commissar is horrible at construction, but I do want that to be on the list so the commissar can build if it's absolutely necessary. Same with repairing, growing, a lot of these things really. I want them to know they can do it if there's no other choice. I like to do that usually. However, I want Ball to know that if there's a mining job to be done, that's probably his priority as he is a very talented miner. If he has no mining or any of that stuff to do, he'll go research. Now for the commissar... commissar, who is it who can shoot? The teacher can shoot, so you're gonna have a higher hunting priority. And... someone... you always need someone good at hauling. And hauling's one of those pain-in-the-ass things you usually give to whoever just sucks. You also need someone to work on plant cutting and growing. And I think I will have that be one of the teacher's jobs. The teacher's going to focus a lot on food-related things. Now, actually, I would like to check out the characters and remind myself who has the passion for cooking. Ball has a passion for cooking. Okay. So, Ball, you're gonna have a higher cooking priority than normal. And that'll be okay. Jen will take care of growing and cooking the crops. I might put that to a higher priority later. You can also have a higher priority of crafting than normal. And the commissar is not particularly talented at a whole lot of things. The commissar will have a higher hauling priority, just because it's kind of a junk job, as well as cleaning. And you can also have... I'm thinking... patient. Yep, patient, and I will also go with growing. Alright, that'll be decent for now. It's not the most optimized thing in the universe, but it works. So this is a very primitive room for us. And you can see they're already cleaning it up. Now I would very much like to start... Whoa, that was weird. Wouldn't let me unclick it. I'd very much like to get power running as soon as possible. I believe we have to research that now, though, because it was a bit unbalanced how it used to be. That's understandable, though. So we're going to make a temporary stockpile right here. So that they know that anything we need stockpiled, let me get all this silver. So they're allowed to take that. And the packaged meals, the weapons. I just want them to know that everything in this area, they're allowed to go take and stockpile. So they're moving that right now. Let's also take a dumping stockpile. We'll throw junk over there for now, in case we need to move any junk. This is just a little quick thing we're throwing together. And we'll make a small growing zone right there for crops, so that they know they can plant and grow crops there. Ball's already going to go start planting there, so we get some food going. Looks like a few of them are working on that. I'd also very much like early on to get a research table, so that we can get on researching as soon as possible. Now, I'm trying to remember the button, actually, to... There we go. It's Q and E to rotate a table. Tailor's bench, smithing bench, sculptor. Now, the temperature out here doesn't seem to be so bad right now. Let's click on any random person and just look at their health. You got a stab scar. No injury. Old gunshot. Wound. Everyone's just got basic synthread clothing, which is a bit expensive, but you start with it. And socially, they're doing pretty well. They're optimistic about this new colony. All in all, we're off to an okay start. One thing we could do early on is build ourselves a solar generator, which might be a good idea. A wind turbine could also be good. Needs a large clear space in front and behind for optimal airflow. Solar generator, of course, only generates power in the morning. Hunter lacks weapon. Yeah, we still need a weapon for you other than this pistol. We might just sell that pistol. Okay, we need a research project. Okay, what do we want to research first? Carpet making increases the quality of the environments, which I like. Okay, there's some new things here, so let's just look through this very carefully. What's a hospital bed do? That's new. Increases the chance of successful medical work. That could be good. Cremation would probably be a good idea. Helps you from just building up corpses all over. Although I don't think that's going to happen right now. Cryo sleep casket. That might be interesting. Machining. Be able to build machining tables to disassemble dead mechanoids into usable metals. Mnemonic picks is one that I like to take, where you simply mine faster with everyone. It's just a nice little thing. However, color lights for decorative purposes. Stone cutting I kind of like, because there's always an abundance of stone, and being able to work with stone is very nice. Another thing I really like is, I don't see where it is. It's this one. Lets you rapidly grow crops indoors. I especially like this if I'm making a base in the side of a mountain. And mortars could also be nice. Gun turret cooling so that they have better turrets. But geothermal power. I think I'll take stone cutting and then geothermal power. Okay. So we have that set as a research right now, which means that whenever someone works at the research table, they are putting research points into that technology to unlock more things for us. Right now, they're mostly putting work into relocating goods for us. In fact, let's make the stockpile a little bit bigger for them, because we do have quite a few things to move. Ball is working on research, which is good. And the crops are growing. We're not growing very much right now. We want to make sure that we have a good stockpile of food before winter, though. A sun lamp would be nice because it helps grow the crops even at night. However, we need power for that. That's heavy. Steel potted plant. Campfire. That would be a nice way to get some heat going early on, although it doesn't look like we're having any problems with heat right now. Yeah, outdoors is 22 Celsius, so they're at an okay living temperature right now. We could get a wooden floor going if we'd like. However, the floor in there is fine for what it is. It might be wise to put up a few sandbags around just in case, although many of our people do not use... many of our people do not use guns. In fact, only one does. So, not terribly useful for us right now. Alright, that's what I need to do to get the wooden stuff. Don't I need a... Is there not a bench of some sort I need? Is there not like a power saw you need? Or was that only in older versions? That may have been taken out. Oh, looks like it was taken out. Okay. Now, we don't have much food here. We have a few pre-packaged survival meals. Doesn't look like these boars are immediately hostile, which is good. It's a very slow door. I'd like to build some proper beds. We'd have to make it out of steel right now, though. Not sure why I'm not allowed to build wood walls and stuff right now. Seems strange to me. Is it possible that just no one on the crew is able to do that due to weird luck? Okay, factions. We have a lot of people here who don't like us. And a few are even hostile. The pirate bands and the tribe are both hostile. Okay. And I will actually speed things up here. I'm trying to remember, what's actually the pause button in this game? Is it just P? No, space bar, that was it. Okay, we're on high speed here. You can always see the speeds right here if you want to look at them. Categorize resource readout. What is that? That is interesting. But I would not like that on right now. Okay, just getting familiar with the new mechanics. Again, I'm not really putting this up as a full Let's Play or anything. This is just kind of me getting familiar with where the state of the game is now, and putting up some content on the channel for anyone who is interested in this and thinks they might want to buy it. Because this game's awesome. I love this game. Alright, I'd like to get power going soon. So, what do I want? What do I want? I'm guessing that's the range there that you need to keep clear. I can handle that. But a solar panel would take less room, but it's not as efficient. I feel like we might only need one solar panel for now. So let's just take that as a little temporary power source. And we'll tell them to get on that. Alright, so that's generating power. I want to attach that to a battery, which I'll put in the house so it can't get rained on in the event of rain. And we can actually put a wire through this, right? Because that's a steel wall. It does conduct electricity, I believe. Good. So what we're doing there is we are hooking up a wire to a battery inside. You don't need to hook it to a battery. You can just hook it straight to the power, whatever is using the power. However, with a battery, that means we can store power for at night. Or else, normally, we would just lose power at night when there's no light on the solar panel. Alright, so the wires are all built now. And as you can see, Ball walked around and she took a pile of steel and placed all down the foundation before she went around to build it all. That's just how they build in this game. Okay, so we have a battery now that charges up with power. As you can see, it's taking less and less as the sun goes down. And now, we can get... I think I'd like a stove before anything else. I keep scrolling thinking that'll do it. We'll get a stove inside. And also, I want to order them to haul that rock out of our house. There we go. He's dumping that rock house elsewhere. Ball likes to work late, apparently. Build a room. A room is composed of separate wall pieces and a door. Well, we've already done that, actually. Game. Close that. Let's actually make sure that this is a home zone for us. That's zones, right? Okay, it was smart enough to auto-add that. That's nice. It didn't used to do that. Actually, did it have the farm in it? I'd like it to have the whole farm in it. Just in case. As well as the whole stockpile. Just in case a fire breaks out or something, they'll know to go put it out. Alright. Cooking table, or the cooking stove rather, is being made. And if I go to power, I believe I might have to make a wire directly there. Yep, okay. I will also hook it up there so that our door has electricity, which I don't remember. I don't think I did an automatic one. However, it might open faster with power. Not sure. Reconnect. Okay, well, it's connected. Okay. So now I can add bills here, which is basically little tasks. We have anyone who can do... none of the colonists have the skill for cooking fine meals, so let's just do simple meals. And we'll include... You can cook out of anything but human meat. And we want to do... trying to remember how you do this exactly where... I can do forever, of course. But I want to do a thing where it always has a certain amount of meals. I'll go for 3. And I'll manually suspend that whenever need be. So if anyone wants to go cook, they're able to cook now. And for cooking, that is a responsibility of Ball, who also has the same priority as research, so the research will probably go first. So I think that's okay for now. Especially considering Ball's not even the one researching right now. The guy who's not as good as at research is researching. You are idle right now. You should be cooking. Or do we not have any... No, we don't have any food to cook out of. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so I want to start making the house a little bit nicer. But at the same time, I kind of want to move over here sooner rather than later. I think what I'm going to do is I might want to start on a building here early. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start on a building here early. So, first I just want something small, I think. It's not terribly big, but it'll work. I'll throw that down. And get an automatic steel door for that later. This will likely be something of a storeroom and a working room. And I'll have a pile of batteries in here hooked up through a wire there. I'll make another house that'll be living quarters. And they're just getting a head start on this down here. And they have to cut down a tree that was in the way, of course. And you see here, we actually have some power overnight because of our battery. Nothing's using the power right now, so it's just stored up, which is nice. And they're sleeping basically on the floor right now, which I'd like to do something better for, or then. Pyreid will start soon. Prepare some defenses. Okay. We don't have the steel for this. But we need it. So if we look around, we can probably find some more steel laying around. But it might take a while to move it. Ooh, packaged meals. Let's let them know that they can go get those meals if they need to. So they don't have food issues too early. We have steel over here. So they know that they can go use that if need be now. Now if we check... that's an annoying little glitch. Construction 4, 1, 4. Well, you have a passion for it, so you'd be the best for this. So I want you to get a head start on working on that turret. I want them to know that the turret is the highest priority right now. Is he gonna go get some steel? He's going to go get a meal. Okay. I just want to make sure that they are hauling things that we need. Because right now we need steel. Pirates could show up soon. And we are not a very combat-effective crew. And, it's being worked on by Jen? Okay, that's fine. As long as someone's working on it, I'm happy. You can hear the wind blowing in the game. Maybe a turbine would have been useful. Oh, that is a slow door. Not very efficient. you going to go down there to build that? Oh, he's going to go down there to cut a tree that's in the way. Okay, that's fine. Getting that done ahead of time. As long as we know that the steel needs to go into the turret right now. Someone's visiting. He's got a pistol. He's very good at research, but there's a lot he can't do. He's not a threat, really. Alright, we're done stone cutting. That's nice. He's got cataracts in both eyes, so his vision is quite bad. Interesting. Now, what we could do is we could actually beat him up, knock him out, and kidnap him, make him a prisoner, and convince him to join us. However, that'll get some bad relations with the nearby locals. I'd prefer not to do that right now. Let's set up some more research. I'll be setting up the geothermal power now. I want that to be our next research. So right now we learned stone cutting. I think we'll put said Stonecutter's table in the building here. However, the higher priority is, of course, that... Okay, the turret's done. Sweet. Okay, so we have that. 30 construction materials are missing, which means we do not have enough. It's nice that they have a notification for that now. So I just want to make sure that all the steel on the map is marked for pickup now. We're in a safe enough spot now that I feel like we can safely do that. So I'm just going to do that and let them know that they can pick this stuff up. And I believe any steel on the map I probably have picked up there. Now, as we know, we have a very talented miner. So I'm going to let Ball know that she should get mining over there whenever she gets an opportunity. What's she going to go pick up? Pile of steel. Okay. And for the stockpile, I want it to know chunks of stones, like, okay. Just wanted to make sure that it knew that it could take guns. Because I want to keep the guns on the map in the base. Hey, bite. So he's a nearby villager. Do they like us? They're from the people who like us. Okay, I don't want to piss them off. We've got good relations with them. Probably in the future you'll have more options to talk to them, but as far as I know, right now I don't have any. Yeah. And Ball's working away on that research before going to bed. Bite's just hanging out, not stealing anything, because he's a nice man. Looks like he just ate his meal. As long as he doesn't touch our meals. What are you working on? You're collecting that wood. Okay. Okay, I feel like the highest priority right now then is to try and get this building done while also researching. Who is the most talented at research again? There was research. 7, 0, 3. Ball, you are the best at researching. Right, you can't prioritize a long time task. However, I can up the priority. For whenever Ball wakes up, that is. She's gonna go do her mining first, which is fine with me. Takes a while to mine, unfortunately. It is quite a slow task. However, it's a very solid way of getting us some steel. Oh. A wild boar has gone insane. Our turret's fighting it right now. Looks like it's chasing after Bite, who's trying to fight it. Bite should lead it into our turret's range if he wants to be smart about this, because he's got cataracts in both eyes. He's not a good fighter. Speed that up a little. Oh, Bite was killed. Alright. That boar is in shock. Well, they can hunt that one. And we can haul that one off to be chopped up. We'll need a butcher table. you can make building that a high priority. Get that done fast. And let's make a grave for our buddy over here. What's that under? Miscellaneous. New music, I like this song. Looks like we have a lot of space potatoes done. They'll last about 30 days before they spoil, unless we have them refrigerated, which we will be doing later. We still need to get proper beds for these guys because their morale's probably really plummeting in this dark room, sleeping on the floor, sharing a bedroom, 8 off the ground. They still have their new colony optimism, but it's gonna wear off. It's very important that you keep crops planted at all times because they do take a while to grow. We have a power source now, so I probably should have gotten a sun lamp a long time ago, but we are switching bases very soon. Alright, and you can go... right, we need to take care of that first. Build that butcher table. Oh, he's awful at building, isn't he? Yep, construction's the thing he's awful at. Bill completed a simple meal? Okay. Good for me. We've got a few simple meals made. And how long do they last? I don't know where she put the simple meals. Unless I'm just blind. Oh, there they are. They last about 3 days. And the survival meals never spoil. Alright, butcher creature, put it on forever. Ball, can you go butcher that? And, Ball, after you're done eating here, go move that meat. So we have boar meat there. It'll last about 4 days. We can cook some meals out of that. And we are in a solar eclipse right now, which means we're not going to generate any more power for a little bit, which is unfortunate. Let's get a sun lamp set up whenever we can. If whoever wakes up first can get started on that. We also have Boris Skin, which I'd like to haul. I believe that's for tailoring. And they want to name the settlement. I actually haven't think of a... Oh no, I thought of a clever name. New Hawkstown. Where Old Hawkstown is, I would assume near Hawkston. Hawkston the place. Not Hawkston the person. Because that would just be silly. Alright, Ball. Whenever you wake up, you've got to, not haul that, cook it. Ugh, okay, fine. Don't cook it. Alright, I'll let them get back to doing their thing. And because we have some more steel now, it looks like they're getting back to work on building that, which is nice. And we have some tables to eat on now, although we don't have chairs. We're just using research benches and butcher tables to eat on. It's not the cleanest thing in the world. We have no trade capability, which I'd like to fix once we move to the new area. Alright, what was it we were doing there? We had a stonecutter table. And you make stone blocks out of that. Which I'll have that bill there, although I don't want them to work on that right now. So we just have that there for in the future. And I'd like it if someone got started on this sun lamp. Oh, there's a tree in the way that has to be cut down. We actually have a decent amount of steel now, which is nice. Would you finish that fucking sun lamp before you go to bed? There you go. And wake back up and do that. No good right... No! You're finishing that. Oh. I know you need to sleep, but it doesn't take long. There we go. Just want to make sure that we can get some light going on that as soon as possible to help grow the crops faster, so we have more stable food supply. Because that's so much to ask. Alright, we have that grave done. Let's, haul off that poor guy's body, and we'll take his gun. Seeing a corpse does lower one's morale a lot, so it's best to give him a proper burial. You gonna go do the deed? There. He's been buried. Wonder if that'll make their clan like us anymore that we gave him a proper burial. It might. Alright. Steel's becoming an issue again. We do need a lot of it. And, does anyone have prioritized construction? No one does. Well, you're the best one at it. So you're gonna have to take care of that for now. She's not great, but it'll work. After she has a nap. The days fly by. The eclipse is ending, thank God. Because we were without power for quite a long time there. Which makes us also defenseless. Our turret doesn't work and we just need to fight on our own. Well, looks like the power's coming back on. Sweet. Took long enough. Alright. One solar panel, not worth a whole lot. But it's enough to power the meager things we're using. It's got that sun lamp on, too. Catches on fire sometimes in the rain, though, so you gotta be careful with those. Same with batteries, that's why I like to put batteries indoors. Alright. Have you been down here working? Okay, this home is actually about ready. Let's, first of all, I want this to be a home region. Okay, they already know it's a home region. I want to widen that a little bit. That is one of our home regions. And, you can manually open that door by hand without it being powered, although it's much slower and heavier. So, I also want another building near it. Another conduit building. And I'll be breaking this one up into bedrooms. It's going to cost a lot of steel. It'll be worth it, though. You know what? I do not like the lack of symmetry there. I'm not a very good builder in games. You probably all know that. There we go. You can pick your material to build it out of right there. I'm an idiot. I'm just getting used to the new UI, I guess. And that'll do for now. And let me just map this out a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's how I want to do this then. That's how that building will go. Alright, so they know that that's a project now. They'll work on it, albeit probably quite slowly, because that is a very large project worth a lot of steel. Be more research we want to do before then. Ugh, such power issues. Geothermal power is done. It keeps telling us about organ harvesting. Surprised we haven't run into any enemies yet, actually. Create farmable soil anywhere. That's interesting. Nutrient paste dispenser might be a good idea, actually, since we don't have any very good cooks. However, I think I want to take mnemonic picks, because we're going to require so much steel. However, now that we have geothermal power, I'd also like to tell them to build a very expensive, but very good geothermal generator down here. And also, speed things up a little bit, we are going to make wooden flooring's more of an indoor thing. Pave tile, quick to move around on, but not very pretty. Works for me. Requires steel, though. Marble. Can I make one out of stone? Granite. We'll have to do metal for now. Yep, we need something fast. Pave tile will do. There. And we can work on that road as we go along, just to increase movement speed between the small base here and then the larger one that we'll be making. Looks like that food there's spoiled. We should refrain from cooking too much right now. Really surprised we haven't been attacked. We've had astonishing luck. That battery, we don't have enough power supply, honestly. The battery only holds out for about a minute or two into the night. Alright, Ball, I don't really need you researching for now, so you're going to put that on a lower priority. And we will mine. Mine all of this steel up here that you see. And Ball's going to be probably working on that for quite a while. Because we need a lot of steel. Alright. I want to get communications up too. See, I'm not doing this in the best order. I can definitely tell that much. But let's get some more power going. Alright, we have some crops done. Sweet. More food. Although we still have a lot of prepackaged meals. They really do need new beds. I could have built that forever ago. And now that I know, I'd simply click on it like that, and I can go to wood. I can make them some wooden beds. Ooh, pot of food came down. We can use that. Deconstruct, that was it. Tell them to get some proper beds that I should have done a very long time ago. After you're done eating, you're going to do the beds as the highest priority so that you have somewhere to sleep tonight. There you go. That's how fast you can build 3 beds. Wood's a very quick thing to build with. So now they have proper places to sleep. Also, I'd like you to get that power up and running as a high priority. She gonna go place some of the steel down there as well? Apparently. Oh, that place is actually surprisingly been worked on quite a bit. I didn't realize there was steel right over beside here. That's quite useful. Oh. Group of pirates. They're attacking immediately. Where are they? I hit jump to and I don't see them. Weird. There! Equipped with the pistols. Just one person. That's not bad. Alright. I'm gonna draft everyone. They don't like being drafted for long, but it gives me direct control. Actually, Ball, you don't need to be drafted. You don't even have much... well... Yeah, you do. Okay. She's a brawler. She can fight with her fists if she needs to. Alright, let's have this fight, and then I'm going to take a little break for a while to let a cat out of my room. Wow, that was quick. Okay, I've got it paused again. I'm gonna undraft them all. We can take the gun. And this is a closed building, so I'm gonna put a sleeping spot in here real quick and designate it for prisoners. And tell our hauler to, what does she have on her? Is she dangerous right now? She just has a button-down shirt. We don't need to strip her of gear. She dropped her gun. Capture her. Hopefully, with a bit of coaxing, this person will be willing to join us. Can't click on her while she's being carried? Okay. There we go. And now we want to set how she'll be treated. First of all, let's take a look at her. Her name is Pan. She was a coma child and an escaped convict. She doesn't know how to doctor. She's incapable of caring, which is interesting, but what it means is she can't give medical attention. Steadfast and green thumb, so... Oh, she requires less to mentally break. Okay, so that's what the negative does. I misread earlier then. That's good. And green thumb for growing, that's good. She's great at social, cooking, mining, growing. All around, she's a pretty good character. I'd like to have her on the team. So on the prisoner thing, first of all, yes, she's allowed to be fed, of course. She's allowed to have medical attention. She needs it. We will use medicine on her if need be. We'll try to recruit her, and we will treat her by friendly chatting. We're going to treat her well. We want her to join us. It was a pirate, yeah, but everyone's redeemable and everything. I don't think she even managed to shoot any of us. She missed. And we took her down in one shot, I think. And I believe Ball is the one in charge of taking care of the wounded. Yeah, Ball is in charge of taking care of the wounded. Let's make that a higher priority for you, actually. Patient. And both Jen and Arliano will both be able to try and convince her to join. So right now she's just getting medical attention. Alright, but that's it for the first little session of this game. Let's save New Hawkstown. That's the first run of this. I hope everybody enjoyed this. Again, if you want to go check out this game and consider buying it, I have all of the website stuff you might need in the description right now. Also have a link to the playlist if you want to watch this in a playlist. And this isn't really a Let's Play of mine. This is just going to be a temporary thing I do for a little while I think of what games I want to Let's Play next and make a voting list for everyone to use. So, yeah, if you want to follow me on Facebook, I have a Facebook fan page as well as my Twitter in the description, so that you can go there and join in with the blog posts and talk with me there. I also have a subreddit now, as Buzzed Beelzebub on the forum has made, and I also have a forum. I thought I'd plug these things here at the end of this absurdly long video that no one will watch the end till the end of, simply because I feel like I don't let people know that I have those enough, because not many people read the descriptions. But thank you everybody for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.